plaintiff, Lakeisha Ratliff, moved in with the defendant, but she claims the first night they lived there, the defendant brought a strange man home, and they were making all kinds of noise in the bedroom. Lakeisha's suing her former roommate for rent and a security deposit. Defendant Madonna LaBranch insists Lakeisha has no idea what was going on in her bedroom because her door was always shut. Madonna's countersuing for an illegal eviction and personal property.
Start with you.
Well, I met the defendant my freshman year of high school. She was always kind of like a wild child, but somehow we ended up, I guess, connecting and becoming friends. We kind of lost contact maybe junior year, and we connected senior year. Madonna was like off doing her own thing, and she kind of got pregnant, and so like
kind of, not all the way.
Well, she got pregnant.
Okay, all the way.
Yeah. Okay. And so she had her baby. So like shortly after she had her daughter, I got pregnant. So we, reconnected, and we had something else to, share because she was a new mother and I was gonna be a mother.
This was after high school?
Yes, this was like around college time, like right after high school. And so we decided to move in together because we both needed a place to stay. But that was like a bad idea from the start because like the first night we moved in, Madonna had like some strange guy like spend the night in the room. And they were like making all this kind of noise. Like I don't know what they were doing, like jumping off banisters or something.
While you all
this like the first night we moved in.
This is why your babies were living there with you.
I was pregnant. Her baby was with her in the room. I was pregnant at the time.
Go ahead.
So then like after that, it was just a bunch of like different random guys coming in. Like I don't know where she got the guys from, like the train, bus, I don't know. But like I would have thought she was some type of like prostitute, but she wasn't bringing in no money. So I'm like, maybe she just likes having sex, but I wouldn't know what to say about that.
A lot of people do.
Yeah, but I would have thought with like all the dudes, she would have had some type of money, but she didn't. So, like after that.
You're trying to suggest that she should have been a prostitute.
I'm not suggesting it, but if you don't have all the male friends.
She was just a sex fiend, not a prostitute.
Okay, well, yes.
Go ahead. You want to tell me about your background and your living experience with her?
Yes. Okay, like she said, we met freshman year of high school. We were always very close, pretty much joined at the hip.
Did you want to respond to her allegation that you're a sex addict or sex fiend or something?
First of all, Miss Ratliff knows I have a lot of family. I don't understand why she would say something like that.
She said you had men coming in and you go to the back.
She doesn't know my
family? Were those men family?
She doesn't know what I was doing in my room. The door was closed.
No, okay, so you take your male family members back in your room and close the door. Do you see what she was doing now? Her and her male family members would go and close the door, and you don't know what they were doing. They could have been reading the Bible. Yeah, could have been praying. Anything.
If they was praying, that's some strange kind of words.
We understand now. Your male family members, you take them in the back in your room. Good enough. All right. Do you want to tell me anything else? It's getting a little deep for me. Let's get to the rent you're suing about.
Well, when we first moved in, you have to pay, first month's rent and first month's security. Madonna didn't have either, so I had to front like the whole, she would pay her half. So I had to pay like the whole thing for the first month's rent and first month's security.
What was the agreement on you paying it all?
That when she got the money, she would pay me back.
How much was that?
The rent altogether was $760, so her half was $380. Okay. And then the security deposit was $760, so her half was $380.
Okay.
That was in September. So October she paid, November she paid, but in December she just stopped paying rent, period. She didn't pay rent for December, January, or February.
And she never paid the security deposit, obviously. Ma'am? No. What do you want to tell me about this?
Okay, she paid the agreement was that I would pay her the money back for the first month's rent and security. Mm-hmm. In December, I stopped receiving the money I was getting to pay the rent. So she told me that she paid the whole rent so that we wouldn't get put out. So I said, okay. And we made the agreement that I'll pay her back when I got the money. So I got a job and I was giving her what I could while I could, take care of my daughter and everything. And she was calling me, because she always had a number on me wherever I went. Because
you didn't live there when she was calling?
Well, I lived there, but I had a job.
Where did she have to call you?
Because I had a job and it was around the holidays.
That's my point.
Right.
She could not wait on you to come home?
No, she would always find a way.
Every night, instead of waiting on you to come home, she called you at your job?
No, not at my job. Wherever I was, she would track me down and call me.
Every day?
Every day.
Instead of waiting on you, I guess you were in the back when she came home. All right, go ahead. So Go ahead, ma'am. She would call you every day at work instead of at home when you came home.
Because I wouldn't come home every night. Like I said, it was around the holidays, so I would spend time with my family. Me and my
Every
daughter
night?
spent.
Why are you looking up there? Now you get, don't disrespect me. You don't roll your eyes when you're talking to the judge. You usually get charged with contempt and thrown out.
Okay.
I don't want that to happen.
Okay.
So respect me.
Okay.
Like you're supposed to respect the judge.
Okay.
Some will put you in jail for contempt of court. Did you know that?
No.
All right, you will know soon if you keep disrespecting me. Now, let's get to what you're telling me again. You stayed with your family, and that's why she had to call you every night?
Yes.
Because you were with your family every night?
Yes.
For what months?
It was around December. It was around Christmas and New Year's.
How many days?
I'll say for about 7 days around Christmas time.
7 days straight.
And so in January, the same thing happened. I went away, and I guess she decided that I wasn't going to pay her at all. So she called me again every single day, at whatever number she could, texting whoever, even if I wasn't there.
How long were you away this time?
I'll say I was away for about another week because I was, again, with my family.
Okay.
Then I'll say in the 3rd week of January, Miss Ratliff decided that she would change the locks. And me and my daughter were out in the cold. All my stuff was inside. She wouldn't let me inside to get any of my stuff, her stuff, my stuff, anything. She wouldn't let me in. She told me she would pack me a bag.
Did you ever get inside and get your thing?
Yes, I had to end up calling the Blue
That's
Island
the bottom
police.
line. We want to know if you got your thing.
I wasn't able to get all of my things because
What
I had to
things were
go.
you not able to get?
I wasn't able to get my bed. I wasn't able to get my TV. I had to leave a lot of things that I put in the apartment.
Like what? That's what I asked you.
My refrigerator, not my refrigerator, my microwave, I'm sorry. My table, it was chairs there that I put in there. I had another small TV that I put in there.
You have a list?
It's not everything that I just said.
Hope you notice I'm not being too sympathetic because you're coming up with excuse after excuse as to why you couldn't pay this woman, why you wouldn't even talk to her on the phone, dodging her after she put up all the money, allowed you to move in with no money. And so when I hear all that from people, you know, their credibility is hurt. 26-inch TV with DVD, the bed. I don't see the microwave.
I wasn't able to put everything on that list.
Oh, why, you didn't have enough paper? See why I say your credibility continues to be hurt? Okay, sounds like you're trying to allege she illegally evicted you?
Yes, she did.
I'm going to conclude that you abandoned the premises because you dodged her and you never paid her. I'm not going to conclude that she threw you out illegally. Ma'am, do you have her items? That's your counterclaim for your personal property. Do you have her items?
Yes, but when she came to the apartment to collect the rest of her belongings with the police, because like she didn't have to bring the police. Like she never tried to get her things.
She said she did. So why do you think she brought the police then?
Because she knew I was upset with her, and it probably would have been an altercation if she didn't bring law enforcement. When she came with the police, she got everything she wanted.
Okay, and what did she leave?
She left the bed and the TV.
Okay, has she called you about it since?
No.
Have you called her about it since?
No, Your Honor, but my mother told her.
Ma'am, why haven't you called to get your television in your bed before soon? Why are you looking up there? I told you about that. You're being disrespectful again. And I don't believe that she's withholding it because by your own admission, you haven't tried to get it. So I'm going to dismiss your claim. Get your property when you can. All you got to do is what?
Call me and ask for it.
Call and ask for it. Your claim is granted for the rent and the security deposit. Have a good day, and a word of advice, respect the next judge you go to. Don't look all up in the air like that when he's talking to you, because he'll throw you out and might lock you up. All right? Good luck to you. Have a good day.
It's over with. It's definitely over with.
I have nothing else to say to her. She's not a friend.